Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot. It's an opportunity to be in front of you here, and it's an honor to get in touch with many of our customers who have already been here. And in the next couple of minutes, I would like to take you through a journey of what we have experienced. The first thing, what comes to our mind is the future of banking. And to tell you the truth, actually we are 5 years ahead now itself. A couple of years back, when Accops was selling work from home solutions, remote access solutions, 5% of an organization was ready to work from home, not more than 3 or 4% or 5%. There were compliances, there were restrictions, there were concerns, there were apprehensions for anything which was called work from home. Then the COVID happened. COVID took a journey from 5% to 95%. 95% of the people started working from home. That was unimaginable, because to reach 95% from 5%, it would have taken at least 5 years to 10 years. So the future was accelerated because of COVID. So that's one good thing for us and for the entire IT fraternity, that the COVID actually took the IT innovations to a better extent. So the 5% becoming 15% and 30% and 95%. And finally, we are coming to a maturity stage. So the future of banking, we are already there 5 years ahead. The next thing is going to be a case study, what we ran through the COVID time, and you will be able to experience the outcome of what was done. Can I have the video? Yeah.
My name is Gautam Datta. I work with Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance Company. We are 20-year-old life insurance company. March 2020, when a new concept became a reality, which is work from home. Now you need to have operation working from home, and that is a team which often uses back-end systems which were never exposed to internet, system which is system of record. Call center need to work from home, unheard of. Doing all of this from the scratch to ensure that the last person is also logged on and peacefully be able to do it in 72 hours is a massive work. Just when all of these were happening, Accops happened. They are far more nimble, lightweight, security, multi-factor authentication, zero trust security, all of that comes along with the solution, which is good. They quickly got into finding how can it be done instead of finding why it cannot be done. That something is a proof of a good leader. I need a partner who can also run as fast as I can run. And I saw this partner could run as fast as I wanted to run. So after doing the initial due diligence, this team literally could implement from A to Z in 72 hours. Full stack was implemented for people in investment, people in operation, people in call center, people in customer service department. Now, this team, as you understand, has got a fairly different access need, tools need, all of them were enabled on the VDI. That's where I think they proved their value in our organization. Bali was one of the very few financial service companies who were back to business 2 to 3 days at max, all departments. And March and April, if you look into it, we were fastest growing life insurance company in India. And I think the VDI implementation that we have helped us doing all of that. And I saw this team could walk the talk in the first try itself. That gives me confidence that if the hunger is there, they should be able to repeat it for almost every cases. And believe me, they are not vendors, they are partners.
Thank you. Thank you. It was an opportunity to take a challenge in the COVID time and deliver it. So coming back to the discussions here, the first discussion is going to be on the digital banking. Yesterday in the newspaper also, lots been written on the digital banking. And it's a true fact. that digital banking is going to grow. I don't see many people going to a bank, working on a check, working on money transaction. It's all becoming on an app. So why should a bank be there itself? That's the truth of digital banking. The digital banking is going to phenomenally grow. 1990, people were looking for job with security. That was the most important part of it. They wanted just a job. 2000, they wanted a job which can pay you better salary, a job with security and a salary. 2020, people are looking for a job with better salary and fantastic environment to work with, an environment which they enjoy. That is going to be there, which digital banking is going to give them. So please ensure that all our employees are being taken care of, or digital banking companies are going to pay them double the salary and take them out. So the next discussion which is going to be there is going to be there on the perimeter-less banks. Digital banking is going to ensure, and other banking is already on the path of a perimeter-less banking. So where does the problem come in? The problem comes in with the latency and inexperienced environment. When you have a zero perimeter banking, if someone is going to work with a very slow environment, if an authentication is going to take a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, people are not going to stay back. Perimeter-less environment also brings together latency inside the network. Employees are going to not accept it. People who are using the bank is not going to accept it. Any bank or any employee who is going to face slowness, inefficiency, or delay in activity is going to have issues with respect to an environment where he may not see as a bank where he can actually grow. So perimeter-less banking has concerns which has to be addressed. Now, one of the use cases what we worked before Accops got into the bank was doing approximately 150 transactions a day. Once we got into the interaction, we were able to enhance the transaction from 150 to 1000 transactions a day. So that type of transactional increase is possible. It is only technology which has to be improvised. So the next discussion is going to be on the employee resignations. There is going to be a huge amount of employee resignations in the banking sector because gig workers are going to increase. People working in 2-3 jobs are going to increase. People are not happy with one job. They may work with simultaneously 2-3 jobs. Freelancers are going to increase. People are not going to be associated with the bank. If you look at Ukraine or if you look at all the countries where there is political disturbances, all the people have to become freelancers. So resignations are going to increase because digital banking are going to take out people with functional good knowledge. People are going to ensure that they have better place to work, better place to excel, better place to explore, and better place to become a catalyst in the growth of an organization. So regulations is a concern. The next thing what is going to be a concern is the cost of operations. Salaries are going to increase, margins are going to reduce. So banks are going to go through something where an operational cost is increasing. Margins are going to be reduced. So the next thing what is going to be there is to improve the margin or improve the operation cost. Accops is one of the organizations which believes in reducing the operation cost by 50% by innovation, by research, by customer-centric environments, and environments where there is no end of life for a product. So the next discussion which will be there on the cyber attacks. From 2019 till now, the amount of cyber attacks which has happened is phenomenally very high compared to any of the years which has been there before. So cyber attacks is going to be again a concern, and I just heard the panel speaking about the cyber attacks which has been there. Anyone and everyone is susceptible for an attack because the internal architecture or the external architecture is still legacy. I have seen many organizations where the protocols which has been used or the mechanisms which has been used is still not in line. Because of the marketing power, because of the lobby power of a couple of products, a lot of products which is not capable of handling cyber attacks are being used. So it's a real concern. The cyber attacks is not based on the inefficiency of a particular bank, it is because of the products which has been used. And I would really expect banks to actually look into all the products which can be used to address the cyber attacks. The next thing is, one of the key cyber attacks where it can be reduced is on internet isolation. Internet isolation ensures keeping internet aside when the internal operations are there. Japan has introduced or used internet isolation from Accops pretty much 2 to 3 years back. Please try internet isolation to ensure that the attacks from internet is being reduced. The next discussion is going to be on the points which has been there, the zero trust, biometrics, and other regulatory compliance and other things. There's many more which has been designed for cyber attack limitation and limiting the attacks to ensure that the NOC SOCs have been used to address it faster. You can come to our counter. We will actually explain you much more. I'm short of time here. The next discussion is going to be on scalability. Banks, organizations, digital banking, SMBs, everyone are going to depend on scalability because the margins are going to reduce, and to make a good number, scalability is very important. The scalability can happen provided technology efficiency, business enablement, and ensuring that every point of the bank is being enhanced by multiple more people. Yeah. So R&D in Pune of Accops is enabling banks to scale the solutions. We were able to scale 0 to 10,000 in 1 month for a bank. We were able to scale 0 to 1 lakh in a couple of months for Indian government. So we work on the scalability on parameters which is unknown to the market now. The next thing is with respect to 1 minute overdue. So I'll take 2 more minutes. So technology makes the largest difference which has been there, and technology doesn't need to be a technology which is coming out of West or coming out of foreign lands. Technology can be built in India, and we as an organization building our technology in R&D space in Pune are able to solve the problem, do more for less, play with the strengths of being an Indian organization, Indianization solution, and have a track record which is truly replicatable. The last thing is we are having a booth in A6. Please visit at the booth and get to know of our solution. You can get free licenses of our solution to be tried in your office. You can book for a workshop of Accops in your organization where we can present what we have done for organizations. So technology which has been there, okay. So all the profiles which has been there in the bank has been covered. There is no profile which is left over. And it is one OEM which has been delivering all the points which has been needed. These are a couple of banks which are using our solution. These are a couple of financial services. These are a couple of insurance companies. These are a couple of government organizations across verticals using our solution. As an organization, we are based out of Pune, and we have been awarded by multiple organizations. In the interest of time, thank you. Thanks a lot.